add response equals await super open parent close parent dot pull of update. Pretty cool? Hey. Welcome to the second video where I review the app called Serenade. Serenade is an app used for voice to code programming primarily. If you'd like to find out how Serenade works from the beginning, then I recommend you go and check out the first video I made recently where I go through the installation process and some of the tutorials they have, and I start writing the code that I'm going to be refactoring right now. In the previous video, we were writing this little snippet of code that I've been using to promote my library I built recently called Database. And in this video, I'm going to try to do some reworking and editing on the code that I wrote last time. So let's go ahead and have a look how Serenade handles that kind of a task. Add class Bitcoin inlet with parent HTTP inlet. Undo. Add class Bitcoin inlet. Add parent HTTP inlet. Add method pool. 3. Add parameter update. Go to def. Type async. Space. Add response equals await super open parent close parent dot pull in parent update. No. Undo. Add response equals await super open parent close parent dot pull of update. 2. Pretty cool? Hey. Add return response dot get of in quote uppercase USD. 3. Type dot get of in quote last. Nice. Line 16. Duplicate. Duplicate. Make copy. Copy. Copy lines 16 and 17. Select lines 16, 17. Copy. Line 15. Paste. Undo. Paste here. Undo. Line 18. Paste. Undo. Okay, something obviously isn't working quite well right here, but we'll get over that. Okay, well that doesn't seem to work, so let's do it manually. And carry on. Change HTTP inlet to Bitcoin inlet. Select lines 16 to 17. Comment block. Change Bitcoin inlets to Bitcoin inlet. Nice. Let's try running that. Nice. So well, in all fairness, it's quite impressive, and the more you use it, I think the more used to it you get. I mean, it's weird at the beginning, but with time, everything starts to make more and more sense, and the commands become a little bit more natural. Especially the commands that are for navigation, like go to, beginning of line, select word. These are actually quite easy to get accustomed to, because essentially when you're coding as a programmer, you're thinking these things sometimes in your head yourself. Maybe not explicitly, but it's somewhere there in your head at a time you're typing the code. So that's the easiest. I think the problems start when you're needing to remember the syntax for like opening parentheses, like we discovered calling a function with parameters, with arguments. You need to say function of something. So remember these things every time you try to type something new. May be a little bit of a difficult thing, I would say. I have to say that I've been looking at the existing code, typing the code right now, or saying the code that we've been going through right now. So I had something I could use, and I didn't necessarily have to think about what needs to be written next. So that's a little bit of a bias that possibly affects this exercise we just did. And I'm thinking if we were to code out a completely new package or module out of using Serenade, it may be quite a different experience. So how about we give that a quick shot and see if we can add something that I haven't been reading all the time and is coming out of my head. Let's see how those two connections work out. thinking about stuff and saying it out loud rather than reading it out. Delete line 24. Line 10. New line above. Repeat, repeat. Line 11. Add class print inlet. Change print inlets to print outlet. Add method push. Add argument records update. Undo. Add parameters records update. Undo. Add parameter records. Add parameter update. Add print records. Go to records. Type update. Undo. Delete word. Add parentheses. Undo. Type quotes. Left, left, type F, right. Undo. Type F. 2. Right. Add braces. Undo. In braces. Update. Undo. Redo. Right. Type braces. Left. Type update. Right. Type colon. Space. Type braces. Left. Type records. Add for record in records. Move up. Undo. Move up. Copy line 14. Paste 16. Copy line. Cut line 14. Paste line 15. Undo. Cut line 14. Line 15. Delete. Delete pass. End of line. Delete word. New line. Paste. Indent. Change records to record. Add method underscore underscore init underscore underscore. Add parameter skip update. 2. Change skip updates to skip update. Add self.skipUpdate equals skip update. Line 15. Line 14. Add if self.skipUpdate. Add print open paren f open quote backspace. Add braces. Undo. Type braces. Left. Type records. Change records to record. End of line. Close quote. Type quote. Close paren. Left. Backspace. Go to print. End of word. Delete. Left. Right. Right. Backspace. 1. Add else. Line 19. Indent. Delete line 18. Line 36. Line 38. Add variable print underscore outlet equal print outlet. Undo. Add variable print underscore outlet equals print outlet. Type paren. Type true. Close paren. Let's see how that go. And it doesn't work now, does it? Go to class print outlet. Add parent outlet. Line 10. Add from undo. Add from database import capitals outlet. Undo. Add from database import outlet. Change outlet to uppercase outlet. Undo. Change outlet to camel case outlet. Change outlet to Pascal case outlet. Undo. Word outlet. Beginning of word. Right. Backspace. Type capital O. Save. Press Ctrl Alt N. 2. Nope. It's not gonna happen. Let's try it. Oh no, it did run. I know, of course, what is the problem. Me being a butt coder, naturally. Add self dot underscore underscore. That's not what I want to do. Undo. Redo. Go to underscore underscore init. Add super open paren close paren dot underscore underscore init open paren close paren. 2. Left left. Type underscore underscore. Undo. Left. Right. Type underscore twice. Undo. Type underscore 2 times. Undo. Type underscore underscore. Save. Press Ctrl Alt N. Press Ctrl Alt N. 1. Rename self.skipUpdates. Change skip updates to skip update. Save. Ctrl Alt N. press Ctrl-Alt-N. 1. Cool, it works. Hey. So one thing I'm noticing here is that I make a lot more typos. I don't notice when skip update becomes skip updates or print outlet becomes print outlets. There are these tiny things that, since I'm seeing majority of the word in there, my brain reads it like if it would read, written text in a book and assumes that, what I just said is actually what's being written. Weirdly enough, when I'm typing it in myself, that error doesn't happen as often because, well, I feel it. I have like the touch, sort of muscle feedback coming through telling me what is the actual key I pressed. Therefore, it's easy for me to catch these things. Whilst here, like for instance with skip update, the moment I can see that an if statement is put, my brain will read self.skip update all at the same time. As you know, brain doesn't just read letter by letter, but it reads text as chunks and goes ahead with the assumption that what I requested was correctly inserted. So it's only at runtime that I can go back and start catching some of these errors, which I suppose is one of the drawbacks here, that this method, produces that sort of different experience, and you need to be checking yourself a little bit more as you're typing stuff into your IDE, I suppose. Change records to record. Skip updates to skip update. Bitcoin inlet to Bitcoin inlet. Due to the fact that, that touch typing allows you to code relatively quickly, I think it would be hard to make an assumption that this could be as fast as typing regular code using a keyboard, but without a doubt, you can get to a very high velocity at some point if you get fluent with this type of coding, which again, I think the most important benefit of this would be for those of programmers that are simply incapable of spending 8 hours a day coding. It doesn't necessarily even have to be, people who are in some way incapable of using their hands to do that. I know of a lot of programmers that simply have problems with their wrists after spending 8 hours each day, and they require special equipment to be able to go and fix that. So I think it also adds to all sorts of, its benefit for all sorts of programmers that would maybe want to type for 4 hours a day and the remaining 4 hours would spend by simply voice typing, if we can call it that. I think the biggest advantage that could come from this software and from software that is similar to this, apart from allowing people who would otherwise be unable to code to join the programming team and code, is that coders who usually use keyboard could benefit from that too. I can already see quite a lot of potential in being able to navigate around your file or between different files, enhancing your coding experience using voice. So rather than having to reach over for your mouse or trying to remember different key shortcuts for navigating between the tabs and between the files, you could aid yourself with your voice. You could be typing and saying go to end line, go select method 2, change class name to something else, or select class name and instantly knowing what you need to type. So maybe as we develop this methodology of being able to create a symbiosis between our hands and our voice to be able to accelerate our typing, I believe that this could be another excellent potential where this kind of software could absolutely shine and change the way we write code as programmers. I think it's also important to tell and to maybe even showcase that, that this isn't only about code. I can go right over here and I can start saying focus Chrome. And just like that, it navigates away. New tab. Type facebook.com. 1. Enter. Previous tab. Next tab. Close tab. Focus VS Code. It's pretty cool. So there's a whole range of opportunities that machine learning aid kind of voice control software could have in just utilizing the computers that we may have. Whether it is because it's for people who are incapable of using the more traditional methods like the keyboard and mouse, or for all of us just to aid ourselves in being able to do things a little bit more efficiently. Super cool idea. The fact that it's aided by machine learning, by AI, makes me even more excited about this kind of a project, and being able to test it and see it myself was absolutely mind-blowing, and seeing how much context the software can actually understand in the code that I was writing was incredible. It's such a great feeling to see that, that we are making even more progress towards sort of accelerating ourselves and aiding ourselves using the machines. Almost like at the beginning when computers were being built, some people were making these assumptions of how machines would replace people, but people who were really successful at introducing the technology to everyday life were not the people who tried to replace them, but who tried to create a symbiosis between humans and the machine. And focusing on how humans can interact with the machines was actually what led the computer sort of expansion and adoption in everyday lives. So I think this is one part of it. Quite easily, if this machine learning model will become eventually even more accurate and even more precise, and some of these quirks could be ironed out, then our interaction with the computer itself, whether you're a coder or not, could change quite entirely. I really hope it will happen. So there isn't really much said about the team who has built it. The website you can check out to try Serenade yourself is Serenade.ai. They're mentioning that it's a team of people who are working on the software, and they have a number of jobs available. So if you'd be interested in helping them build this, I think it's a great opportunity to join and create this type of extensions and voice-controlled commands. Oh, and obviously worth mentioning that it's free software. They do have a premium version, I believe, that is more directed, I suppose, at companies, but I have seen them being dedicated into releasing it as free software, and I've been happily being able to use it myself for this demonstration, and nothing stops you from getting it from their website and trying it out too. So that was just a little showcase and demonstration of what Serenade can do. I'm sure that if I spent more time and had a chance to get even more proficient, we could see even more impressive results. But I think even just by trying it out for an hour and a half, you'll be able to at least surprise yourself and understand what kind of things are capable with nowadays machine learning models. So thanks a lot to the team behind Serenade. Incredible software, and very much looking forward to seeing where it's gonna take us in the future. That's it from me today. Have an amazing day, and I see you in the next one.